We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so we have seen this foreigner. Yeah man, Baby Chump, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Wilfred Rattigan, Wayne Uglyson, Dr. Rupert Francis and the likes are enemies of the Jamaican people. Yeah man, they are enemy of the Jamaican people. So we have seen this man, yeah man, Baby Chump. We have seen that he has resorted to some old school form of politics, trying to to bring us back to the time when Michael Manley was using violence as a means to maintain power. Yeah, so we have seen that this man, yeah man, Baby Trump, that is what this man is doing right now. He is using violence as a means to gain power. Yes, and he has been putting our media houses, put them in the crosshairs of their killers. Yeah man. What they have done is that all of this thing started when they sent gunmen to shoot up nationwide. Yes, they just use dog whistle and all of these things. So we are telling you that this man is a danger to Jamaica people and Jamaica and a whole. Yeah, Baby Chump, he's a threat to Jamaican people. Yeah man, threat big time. Yes, Mark Baby Chump Golding has proven himself to be a direct threat to the Jamaican people and the very fabric of our democracy. His behavior, attitude, and actions bear striking resemblance of those of former U.S. President Donald Trump, a figure who divided the American people through a dangerous mix of narcissism, deception, and manipulation. Trump, known for his dog whistle politics, fanned the flames of racial hatred and division, turning Americans against one another based on race, political affiliation, and loyalty. Baby Chump, that's Mark Golding, is using similar playbook in Jamaica. Yeah. So Baby Chump, who has no deep cultural or emotional ties to the people of Jamaica, seems solely interested in seizing power at any cost. As you have heard, we have done a video, how he has funded. When I talk about knowledge, he and Peter Bunting have funded Rattigan with their project to destabilize Jamaica so them can get power. Yeah man, I remember saying him have been doing all kind of things. That's why I don't like the guy, Yeah, the man try to get even in like police force. That's how you have a guy right now who was a chairman, and them for kick him out of the police force. Yes, them for, you understand what I'm saying? That guy with the big glasses and all of these things, all corals now, all blue, all special. You understand? Block service. Yes. So this power-hungry approach is evident in his divisive rhetoric, which has sown seeds of hatred across the island, particularly among the more vulnerable and low-informed segment of society. Those who blindly support the PNP criminal organization, an organization many believe to be deeply criminal in nature. Majority of Jamaican, may I tell you that. So it's critical that we remember the tragic consequences of Baby Trump, that are marked goal in inflammatory language. In the lead up to the local government elections, his words emboldened violent actors aligned to the PNP criminal organization. 2 innocent Jamaicans, Miss Sweeney and Rum Punch, in Gregor Park were brutally murdered, and 52 families were left homeless after their homes were torched by arsonists connected to Golden's political allies. This was not merely a political disagreement. These were heinous crimes against humanity encouraged by the toxic rhetoric of Baby Trump and his associate like Corriga, Charge Badness, Che, Barnes, yes, who has yet to offer any words of condolence or support to the victims of these horrific acts. So this man now named Corriga, Charge Badness, Che, he's in East Orange, New Jersey. Oh man, they will get him. It's just a matter of time. Uncle Sam don't work like Jamaican police. They do things different. Baby Trump, that's Mark Golden ambition, comes at a high cost for Jamaica. His willingness to divide the nation, fan the flames of hatred and stand silent in face of atrocities committed by his supporters show that he cares nothing for the Jamaican people. He, like Trump, is only concerned with consolidating power regardless of the human cost. So he make your money black people kill themselves over him, the big belly white guy. As Jamaicans, we must reject this dangerous path. We can't talk to the low IQ, PMP, licky and beggy and socialistic, criminal-minded people. Although this man is a foreigner, them don't care about that. Them just think about the one day $5,000 where them can get for a vote and a PMP themselves for life. While them go inside, they got pillage, rob, rape the system and bankrupt the country, and then them can run a guy England because he's not a Jamaican. So we cannot allow ourselves to be manipulated by someone who has no stake, real stake in our future, who prioritize power over peace, and who enable violence and division within our communities. As is known, there's a guy named Rick Dick. Yeah. Tyrell, yeah man, who send down this M16 from America. So I'm in New Jersey too, between New Jersey and Philadelphia. So if we allow this man to continue unchecked, the violence and destruction we have already witnessed will only escalate, leaving more innocent lives shattered in its wake. We must stand against this agenda of hatred and division and protect the future of Jamaica from the toxic influence of Mark Baby Trump Golden and his PMP cronies. So Mark Baby Trump Golden has employed a variety of dangerous tactics both from within and outside of Jamaica. In his relentless pursuit of power, he has become the most significant threat to Jamaica democracy, undermining its institution and sowing chaos wherever he can. His latest ploy is an outright assault on one of Jamaica's key media houses, The Observer, accusing them of them being nothing more than a propaganda arm of the Jamaica Labour Party, simply because they are reporting the truth. The facts show that the Integrity Commission itself is lacking integrity, yet Baby Trump wants to silence those who dare to expose the truth. So that's why we have to do everything. As Jamaican, we have to do everything to make certain that this guy face some form of justice. We can't make this guy, Jamaica, not only the ballot and them thing there, what I like to see all this guy charged with some criminality, money laundering in America. Hope the FBI them get for indict and extradite him. You understand? Maybe we might try to go to England, but the Jamaican government must press because this man an enemy of Jamaica and the Jamaican people. Yeah, so the Jamaican government must pursue the FBI to go after him. With the case up here with Rattigan and the likes and Uglyson. Now with his dog whistle politics, he has escalated his its rhetoric to a dangerous level essentially encourages the supporters to attack and potentially even kill those who work at the Jamaica Observer. This is the same destructive playbook used by his namesake Donald Trump in the US, where reckless rhetoric led to real violence and the breakdown of democratic norms. So he wants to bully himself to become Prime Minister, and we're not supposed to make it happen. Before then, something has to happen. So the time has come for the Jamaican people, especially those who support the PNP criminal organization and its criminal elements, to open their eyes to the reality of Baby Trump. That's Mark Golding's intention. This man does not care for Jamaica or its people. He has no roots here, no real connection to the struggle of the average Jamaican. All he seeks is power to loot and plunder the nation's resources for his own benefits and that of his cronies. His track record speaks volumes about his criminal mindset and lack of integrity, and the idea of him leading this country is not only dangerous but unacceptable. Golding's audacity is telling. He does not even own a car in Jamaica, yet he presumes to dictate the future of the nation. What does this say about his true connection to the Jamaican people? How can someone who does not invest in Jamaica, who does not live the realities of ordinary Jamaicans, possibly have their best interests at heart? He is a man who thrives on division, who uses hatred and violence as political tools, and who views the people of Jamaica as pawns in his power game. Jamaicans must recognize that this is what it is, a calculated attempt to dismantle democracy and take the country down a dark path. We cannot allow this dangerous individual to continue spreading hatred and discord, to threaten the free press, or to incite violence against those who stand in his way. His pursuit of power at all costs will only lead to more suffering, more division, and more destruction. Mark Golding is not a black man, he's a white man. He's not a Jamaican, he's a British. Black people, it's time to shred the likeness of this man. This man is not Jamaican. All of the people them in the PNP criminal organization communities, I am from there, denounce this man by making sure that they send him packing and make him go back to England. We can't afford to have a man like this. This man is going to cause bloodshed, more bloodshed. We just hope Uncle Sam, the Jamaican government, report them to the FBI and them can extradite him, and Peter Bunting and the rest. A time now, Jamaican politician got prison in America, and this is the first chance we are getting now with Baby Trump and Peter Bunting and others for got prison this time in America. So him not care what kind of division him creates and the destruction. It's time for Jamaicans, regardless of political affiliation, to stand up against Baby Trump and the criminal elements he empowers. We must reject his divisive rhetoric, his threats, and his corrupt ambitions. Jamaica deserves better, and we cannot afford to let a man who doesn't even invest in our country's future to gain control of it. Stand for democracy, stand for unity, and say no to Baby Trump. We are sure you say this man now, so Baby Trump's most recent declaration of assets reveal a staggering truth. He owns nothing in Jamaica. So let that sink in for a moment. He has zero financial ties to the land, the people, or the future of this country. This man who will present himself as a champion of the people has absolutely no skin in the game. The man owns nothing. The man owns nothing in Jamaica. Nothing. You understand? And he wants to rule Jamaica. So let that sink in for a moment. This man who will present himself as a champion has absolutely no skin in the game. At any moment he can board a British Airways flight and return to his true homeland, leaving behind the chaos and destruction he has sown here in Jamaica. This should set alarm bells ringing for every Jamaican, especially those who have been fooled by his rhetoric. This man is not one of us. He is not rooted in our struggles, our history, or our future. he is simply using Jamaica as a stepping stone in his quest for power, with no loyalty or commitment to the well-being of its people. Do not let him scam and con us, black Jamaicans, into thinking he has our best interests at heart. He doesn't. Show me which white people love Jamaica. We are telling that, especially British people. This man is enemy of our people. We must say him see man try for dismantle, for destabilize Jamaica. Who you think in Jamaica destabilize? Who you think it affect the poor? You understand? Uno are going to play high price of food and all of them things because he want power. He don't love Uno. If he don't love Jamaicans, he will not do that. Baby Trump is not a Jamaican by spirit, by heart, or by investment. He have zero investment in Jamaica. Remember I said Darren Bunting and Golding, them sell off the bank, so him not have the money down there, everything. Him declare him assets, and him not have nothing. Him not even want a bicycle at Jamaica. The moment things get tough, he can and will walk away, leaving the rest of us to pick up the pieces. He does not understand the daily hardship we face, nor does he care. His only concern is gaining power. Power that he will use to benefit himself and his cronies, not the Jamaican people. Remember I said this is the same man in thousands of Jamaicans commit suicide because of where this man thief from the people them in a Finsack. This man is a murderer too, you know. How you mean? You understand? Remember I said Sweeney and Rumpunch, they were killed at his base. It's time we wake up and see this man for who he truly is. The fact that he has no financial stake in Jamaica means he has no reason to stay, no reason to fight for us when things get difficult, and no reason to be loyal to the future of this country. A leader without roots is a leader without accountability. Dummies, listen. A leader without roots is a leader without accountability. Just like how a tree, if you have a tree and the tree not on a root, I just saw it go, just what Marcus Garvey say. You understand? A people without knowledge of themselves is like a tree without roots. This man have no roots in a Jamaica. If he can abandon Jamaica at any moment, how can we trust him to lead us through the challenges we face? We know say Andrew Willis is a Jamaican by birth, born at Spanish Town. Baby Trump born at England. Him not have no Jamaican birth, so him never knows nothing. Show me an honest liar. Don't believe the Gleaner. The Gleaner is a propaganda arm of PMP criminal organization for years because that's how they make their money. That's why them hide all of the things from you. The Jamaican people, you have to pay for historical records. You understand? And they make it at your fingertips so you can educate yourself. Because they want to keep you docile and controlling like organate robots to have to think and feel say the only way you're going to make it in a life is through criminality when they are the real criminals. Jamaican people, especially PMP criminal organization supporters and activists, you must put aside the licky, beggy mentality that has plagued parts of our culture. Too many have been seduced by the false promises of quick gains and hands out. But this mindset only serves to weaken us as a nation. We need to think critically about Jamaica's future, and the future cannot include Mark Baby Trump Golding, a man who has already shown his disloyalty to this land by not investing a single cent in it. So this man have no investment in Jamaica. The millions we make, the billions we make in Darren Bunting and Golding, it's in our bank account in England. So him not have nothing in Jamaica. Him just jump on a British Airways and say tata. And all of you dummy. Well, most of you not ashamed because we're not going to find excuse as usual. So Jamaican future is at stake. And it's time for us to rise above the lazy socialist mentality that keep us dependent on people like Baby Trump, who only seek to exploit your vulnerabilities. We must be bold, self-reliant and forward-thinking. Our greatest enemy since slavery is not just foreign oppressors, but individuals like Baby Trump, who manipulate and deceive us while have no real ties to Jamaica. We need leaders who are deeply invested in this country's future, who understand the struggles of the people because they live them, and who have a genuine vision for a prosperous, independent Jamaica. Mark Baby Trump Golding is not that leader. He's a man who lacks the commitment, integrity, honesty, decency, morality, ethics, truthfulness, a conscience, humanity, and most of all, love. The connection and the integrity needed to lead Jamaica. Do not let this man who has no roots in our soil be the one to decide our future. Jamaica's future belongs to those who are willing to fight for it, build it, and stay with it through thick and thin. Not those who can simply leave at a moment's notice when things don't go their way. Stand up for Jamaica and say no to Baby Chum. Yeah man, get him bag pack and send him back to England. So Mark, Baby Chump, Golden, Peter, Little Body, Dayton, pedophile. Yeah, them say my pedophile, yeah, pitney molester. Boy, I tell them, you know, all them be and the man a doctor. And the man just debase themselves. Yes. Wilfred Rattigan, Dr. Rupert Francis and Wayne Uglesom are not just political figures. These individuals represent a direct and ongoing threat to Jamaica and its people. They are enemies of our democracy, our progress and our future. Their actions, decisions and rhetoric all point to one undeniable truth. They are working against the interests of the Jamaican people, and we must open our eyes to the danger they pose. Mark Baby Chum Golden has shown us time and time again that his loyalty lies not with the people of Jamaica, but with his personal quest for power. His tactics mirrors those of Donald Trump, a man who divided a nation, sowed seed of hatred and used lies and manipulation to further his own interest. Baby Trump lack of financial ties to Jamaica, as seen in his asset declaration, only confirm that he has no real stake in our future. This man who can abandon us at any moment, jumping on a flight back to his homeland, Britain, while we are left to deal with the consequences of his reckless actions. He doesn't understand or care about the struggles of Jamaican people. He only wants powers, and he will do anything to get it. Peter Bunting, once thought to be a man of integrity, have revealed his true colours, his alignment with Baby Trump, and his support for dangerous political games has shown that he is more interested in maintaining his position of influence than serving the people of Jamaica. Bunting has consistently failed to stand up for the interests of Jamaicans, aligning himself with individuals who have no respect for the rule of law, democracy, or the people. He is a man who, like Golden, sees Jamaica as a means to an end, a stepping stone for his own ambition, regardless of the cost to the nation. Dayton Campbell has been embroiled in controversy, and his role in Jamaica's political landscape has been nothing short of toxic. His involvement in questionable activities and his blatant disregard for the welfare of the Jamaican people are well documented. Campbell's presence in the political arena served only to further destabilize the country. He, like the others, has no genuine interest in the progress of the Jamaican people. His focus is on power, influence, and self-preservation at the interest of the nation's future. Wilfred Rattigan, a former FBI agent, a man who has operated behind the scene, has constantly worked against the best interests of Jamaica. His influence on the political stage has been a detriment to the country, fostering division and encouraging disunity. Rattigan has positioned himself as an opponent of progress, constantly seeking to undermine the government's effort to create safer, more prosperous Jamaica. His action reveal a deep disregard for our Jamaican people, prioritizing his own ambition and agenda over the common good. Wayne Uglesom is perhaps the most insidious of them all, a man whose very presence is a threat to the integrity of Jamaica. His involvement in shady dealings and his manipulative tactics have made him a dangerous figure in Jamaican politics. Uglesom has consistently aligned himself with corrupt individual criminals working to dismantle the very institutions that protect our democracy. His influence spread like cancer, eroding trust in government and fostering a culture of corruption and self-interest. Together, these men, Baby Trump, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Wilfred Rattigan, Rupert Francis, Wayne Uglesom, form a coalition of destruction. They are united by their sheer desire for power, their disregard for the Jamaican people, and their willingness to sacrifice the country's future for their own gain. These individuals do not care about the well-being of Jamaica. They are enemies of the people, working tirelessly to destabilize the nation and take control of its resources for their own benefit. Jamaicans must recognize the danger posed by these men. We cannot afford to be blind by their actions, nor can we allow them to continue their assault on our democracy and our future. The time has come to stand up and reject these enemies of the people. We need leaders who are invested in the future of Jamaica, who understand the struggles of the people because they live them, and who have genuine vision for a prosperous, peaceful and united nation. These men are not those leaders. They represent everything that is wrong with our political system, and we must make it clear that their time is over. Jamaica deserves better. We deserve leaders who are committed to our progress, who care about the people, and who will fight to protect our democracy from those who seek to destroy it. Baby Trump, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Wilfred Rattigan, Rupert Francis, Wayne Uglesom are enemies of the people, and it's time to rise up and say no to their corrupt and self-serving agendas. Let's fight for a Jamaica that is free from their influence, a Jamaica where people's interests come first and where our future is secure from the hands of those who would destroy it. Remember that Baby Trump is not a Jamaican by birth, yet he has managed to position himself as a leader of the PNP criminal organization who claims to speak for the Jamaican people. But make no mistake, this man does not share our roots, our struggles, or our love for this island. He has no true connection to Jamaica, yet he seeks to divide us, pits us against one another, and ultimately destroy the very fabric of our society. His own gain. Golden is pushing an agenda of hatred and violence, and we must wake up to the fact that he wants Jamaicans to hate and kill each other in his name, all the while he remains untouched by the chaos he stirs up. Baby Trump is not someone who was born into hardship faced by the average Jamaican. He doesn't know what it's like growing up in our neighborhoods to deal with the reality of economic hardship, crime and inequality. He doesn't know how it feels to buy a quarter of a bread, half a bread, 2 tea bag, 1 egg wrapped in brown paper. He does not carry the history and heritage that unite us as a people. Yet he stands before us stoking the flames of division, encouraging us to fight among ourselves for his own political ambition. Black people, it's time to wake up to see that this man is a traitor and an enemy of us. All of these people, they don't love us, they don't care about power. This man, who has no real roots in Jamaica, wants us to do his dirty work. He wants us to destroy one another while he stands on the sideline ready to swoop in and take control of the wreckage. He thrives on division and chaos, much like Donald Trump did in the United States of America. While the American people had sent Donald Trump packing once, hopefully they're going to send him twice. We just need to send Baby Trump going, packing for good, send him back to England, where his reckless record led to deepening racial divide, violence and even death. Baby Trump tactics are no different. He wants to manipulate the hunger, frustration and fear that so many Jamaicans feel and turn it against our fellow citizens for his own selfish ends. Let us not be fooled by this outsider who pretend to care about our nation. He is not one of us, and he will never will be. His only interest in Jamaica is the power he can gain from it, and the lengths he will go to secure that power are dangerous. Golding is willing to tear us apart, to make us hate our neighbors, and even incite violence if it serves his purpose. But while he sows these seeds of destruction, he has no personal investment in Jamaica. He has no reason to stay if things go wrong. No reason to feel the pain of the people who suffer from the division and violence he encouraged. He will walk away when the destruction becomes too great, leaving us to pick up the pieces. Why? Because he has no true ties to the land called Jamaica. He has no personal stake in Jamaica's future. He's not a leader who will stay and fight for the people. He's an opportunist. He's a criminal-minded person. He's very dishonest. He's a narcissistic. He's a morally bankrupt man. He's an unconscionable man who sees Jamaica as a pawn in his game for power. Jamaicans must rise above this manipulation. We cannot let a man who is not even one of us convince us to turn against one another. Our strength has always been keen in our unity, in our shared identity as Jamaicans. We have faced many challenges as a nation, but we have always come through them together. We cannot let Baby Trump destroy that unity. Instead of fighting each other, we must unite to protect Jamaica from those who seek to exploit us. We must reject the hateful, divisive rhetoric that Baby Trump is pushing. We must see through his agenda and recognize that he does not care about our people, our future, or our well-being. All he cares about is power. How to rip, rob, rape, and pillage our economy. Remember, this is the man that made billions from the suicide pact that happened in the 1990s. This man have blood on his shoulder. This man have the blood of Sweeney and Rumpus on his shoulder. This is a wicked white man. Remember that this man have no ties to Jamaica. This man even now went as far to tell the dummies that his ancestor came to Jamaica as slave. No white people came to Jamaica as slave. Queen Ifrica is a dummy, a dunce, and a schizophrenic person. Jamaica deserves a leader who loves this country, who is born of this soil, who understands the struggle of its people, and who is committed to building a better future for all. Mark Golding is not a leader. He's an outsider who wants to turn us against each other for his own gain. We cannot allow him to succeed. It's time to stand up, unite as Jamaicans, and reject the hatred and division that he represents. Let's build a Jamaica that is strong, unite and prosperous, not one torn apart by the ambition of a man who is not truly one of us. Baby Trump Golding and Dayton Campbell have escalated their dangerous tactics using violence and intimidation in an attempt to silence anyone who dare to expose their lies and corruption. It has become clear that these two men are willing to go to any lengths, even sending gunmen to shoot up nationwide radio station, to suppress the truth and push their divisive agenda. This kind of behavior is not new. It's straight from the same playbook of used by Michael Manley, a man whose reign was marked by violence, fear, and destruction of the Jamaican democracy and the people's mind to this day. And we're trying to reclaim it. This is not just an isolated incident of intimidation. It is their deliberate strategy to scare the Jamaican people and media into submission. Baby Trump, Dayton Campbell, Wilfred Rattigan, Rupert Francis, Huglisum are using these violent tactics to silence those who expose the truth about their corrupt and criminal dealings. They are showing us that they will not hesitate to use force to achieve their political goals, and they are not afraid to resort to the most extreme measures to get their way. The attack on Nationwide Station is a direct assault on freedom of the press, and on Jamaica's democracy by targeting a media house. They are sending a clear message. Anyone who speaks out against them, anyone who dares to challenge their narrative will be met with violence. This is the tactics of fear and suppression designed to choke off the truth and control the narrative. It is an attack not only on the media but on every single Jamaican who value their right to freedom of speech and the freedom to know the truth. This behavior is alarmingly reminiscent of the dark days of Michael Manley's rule, when violence and intimidation were used to keep the population in line and force compliance with the government's agenda. Manley's playbook was to use the state and its thugs to control the people, and Baby Trump and Dayton Campbell are using the same path. They are trying to plunge Jamaica back into a time when fear and violence ruled the streets and the people had no voice. We cannot let this happen. Jamaicans must stand up and say no to this kind of tyranny. This is not the Jamaica we want for our future, where leaders send gunmen to shoot up radio stations and silence the press. This is not the democracy that our forefathers fought for. By sending gunmen to attack nationwide station, Baby Trump and Dayton Campbell have shown their true colors. They have no respect for the rule of laws, no respect for the rights of people, and no respect for democracy. They are following the blueprint of power that has built on fear, intimidation, and violence, just like Michael Manley did in the past. But we, the Jamaican people, have the power to stop them. We must not allow them to take us back to the time of fear and chaos. We must protect our democracy, our freedom of speech, and the media right to report the truth. We cannot let these men use violence to silence the voices of truth in this country. Jamaicans, PMP, criminal organization supporters and activists, and Jamaica Labour Party supporters and activists, it's time to wake up. The attack on nationwide station is not just an attack on one media house, it's an attack on every single one of us. Baby Trump and Dayton Campbell want to control Jamaica, and they are willing to use violence to do it. We cannot let them succeed. We need leaders who respect the people, who honor democracy, and who work for the betterment of the country, not those who use violence to get their way. Let's stand together and reject these dangerous tactics. Let us stand against the violence, the intimidation, and the corruption that Baby Trump, Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, Wilfred Rattigan, Rupert Francis, Huglisum, and the others represent. Jamaica deserves better. We deserve a future where the truth can be spoken, where the media can report freely, and where the people are not controlled by fear. We must reject the violence and division that these men are trying to bring back into our country. Let us protect our democracy, stand up for the truth, and say no to Michael Manley style playbook that Baby Trump and Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, Huglisum, Rattigan, Rupert Francis and the likes are trying to use. The future of Jamaica depends on it. Jamaican people, do we really want to go back to the dark days of the 1970s when black Jamaicans were killing each other over manipulations of a white man named Michael Manley? Those were a time of chaos, violence and division, where brothers were turned against brothers, all in the name of a man who never had Jamaica true interest at heart. Are we going to repeat this mistake of the past, or are we going to stand up for unity and progress today? If you love your Labour brother, if you care about the future of this island, then now is the time to send a clear and strong message to Baby Trump, Peter Bunting, Wilfred Rattigan, Dayton Campbell, Huglisum, Rupert Francis, and all those licky, beggy, traitorous and patriot Jamaicans who are trying to drag us back into the past. We are not going back to a time when we were fooled into tearing each other apart for the benefit of white outsiders like Baby Trump or for Peter Bunting, who cozy up with known militia leaders like Taliban. Taliban is a criminal who have men with M16 and AK-47 rifles in Jamaica. We have learned from our history and we must not allow these individuals to exploit us again. Baby Trump, a man with no roots in Jamaica, is trying to manipulate us as Manley did, using division and hatred to gain power. Peter Bunting, a man who will align himself with dangerous figures, is no different. These men are not working for the betterment of Jamaica. They are using our people as pawns in their quest for control. We cannot afford to be fooled again. We are Jamaicans, and our strength lies in our unity. We must stand together, whether we support the JLP or the PNP criminal organization, and refuse to allow these self-serving individuals to turn us against one another. Our future depends on it. We are no longer fools who will kill each other for the benefit of outsiders or traitors who have no real love for Jamaica. The days of being manipulated into violence and hatred are over. We are not going to kill each other for any white man, whether it's British outsider like Baby Trump or Peter Bunting, who is connected to the dangerous militia leaders, gunmen, Kevin, Taliban Roberts. We have come too far as a nation to let outside ourselves be dragged back into darkness of the past. This is a new Jamaica, a stronger Jamaica. We will not allow anyone, whether it Baby Trump, Bunting, Taliban, Rupert Francis, Rattigan, Huglisum, and the likes, or any other cronies to destroy the progress we have made. We must protect our brothers and sisters, regardless of the political affiliation, and stand up for a united Jamaica that refuses to be divided by hatred and violence. Send this message loud and clear. Jamaica belongs to the Jamaican people. We are not going back to the 1970s. We will not be manipulated into killing our own for the benefit of outsiders like Baby Trump. We are smarter, stronger, and more united than ever before. Our future is bright. We will not let these divisive, self-serving individuals take it away from us. Stand up for Jamaica, stand up for unity, peace, and progress. Baby Trump Golding and his cronies, Bunting, Rattigan, Campbell, and their network of unpatriot supporters represent a serious threat to Jamaica's futures. These men are driven by personal ambition, manipulation, and the same dangerous tactic of division that have led to violence and chaos in the past. They are attempting to drag Jamaica back into a time of hatred and bloodshed, using the same playbook as Michael Manley, where Jamaicans were turned against each other for the benefit of a few. Baby Trump and his allies do not care about the people of Jamaica. They care about power, control, and their own interests, and they are willing to use violence, lies, intimidation, and deceit to achieve their goals. They have shown that they are willing to manipulate the vulnerable, incite violence, and create division among us, all while pretending to be champions of the people. And they are nothing but enemies of the people. But we, the Jamaican people, are not fools. They take us far. We have learned from our history. We will not allow these men to use us as pawn in their dangerous game of power. We must unite as one nation and stand firm against their destructive agenda. We cannot allow them to divide us and tear us apart. The unity we have worked so hard to build. Jamaica's future depends on the choice we make today. We must reject the toxic influence of Baby Trump and his cronies, and instead choose unity, peace, and progress. Let us move forward together as one people, determined to build a brighter, stronger, and more united Jamaica. These individuals do not have our best interests at heart, and we must ensure that they never have the chance to lead or destroy the future of this great nation, Jamaica. We are a resilient people. We are fighters, We supposed to love each other as black people. Defend this. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel, out.